Happy Tuesday, everybody. We're back on the ABC worksheets today because I know you guys love them. And today's a little bit of a random day, all right? But bear with me. We're going to learn the letter X. Yeah, that's a fun one. And the number 5. These don't really have anything to do with each other, but you guys have learned almost all the letters and numbers. So we're getting down to the end, getting down to the scraps, right? But we're just polishing off those alphabet letters so you guys will have them all mastered by the time you go to kindergarten, right? Okay, so let's talk about the letter X. Now, we haven't learned this one in class, but I know you guys all know how to make an X, right? We draw on X's all the time. But today we're going to learn how to write them, right? Because drawing and writing is a different thing. We're going to learn how to write the letter X, okay? So let's look at what pieces we're using. We are using all big lines, okay? And we are filling up our box down here, right? With a big diagonal line. You start at the top at Mr. Smiley, big line down to the corner, go back to the other corner, the other top, back down, okay? What we don't want to do is start at the bottom because where do we start our letters? At the top. I hope you said at the top. I bet you did. Where do we start our letters? At the top. If you're gonna write a letter, then you better remember to start at the top. All right, so let's look at the X. This one's gonna be pretty easy for you guys. I can tell. Remember, you want to start at the top, go to the bottom, go back to the top, go to the bottom. We don't want to do this. Because look at that already. Me starting at the bottom, look how sloppy I got. And that's not a very good looking X. When we start at the bottom, it's easy for our letters to get sloppy and usually get too big. They usually get too big, right? So that's why we want to be sure and start at the top. Down here at the bottom for the letter X, what are these pictures? These are pictures of bones. Do you know what pictures of bones are called? It's called an X-ray. X-ray. If you ever had an X-ray, they're pretty neat. But you usually have one because you broke something. I broke my hand a few years ago. Let me see if I can find a picture of my X-ray. I'll send it to you guys if I can find it. So that is our X-ray. Not really anything to color in this because X-rays are always in black and white. But if you want to color these bones, make them pretty bones, you can do that too. Now our next one we're going to do is the number 5. The number 5. The number 5 is a doozy, okay? But we're going to learn it together. So let's look at what pieces we use to make our number 5. First of all, we're going to start at the top like we always do at Mr. Smiley. We're going to make a little line down, a little curve, and we're going to go back and add a little line. Now, when I learned the number 5, I imagined him kind of like a person, right? We have the body right here. We have their legs or their belly right here. And then we put a hat on them. That's like the bill of their hat. So we start at the top, little line down to the middle, small curve. We go back to the top and add our little line, add our hat. Okay, so let's practice together. Okay, hopefully you can see this. All right, so we're going to start at the top, little line down, little curve to the bottom, and go back and add that little line at the top. Okay, let me show you down here without the lines. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to start at the top, little line down to the middle of my gray space, little curve, not a big curve, go back to the top and add that little line. Now, when you first start these, you might feel like you want to make the curve first and then go back and do it like that. Now, I'm not going to tell you that's wrong because people write 5s all different kinds of ways. I write mine with this top line first, and then I go down and do that. That's how I make my 5 as a grown-up. But today, to learn, if you're not sure where to start, we're going to start at the top, little line down to the middle, little curve, go back to the top and add that little line at the top. Okay? 5. 5's a handful. See what I did there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Handful, like a high five. Okay? That's our number 5. Again, we haven't learned the number 5 in the classroom. I know you guys can write 5s, right? But we want to be sure we learn to write them the correct way so that they stay looking nice and that we can have beautiful 5s for the rest of our lives, right? So there's the number 5. If you guys have any problems, let me know. If you need any tips, let me know. But I know you guys will do great. Again, if you need extra practice, feel free to grab your journal and fill up that page with 5s until you feel comfortable with them. All right? Good luck.